Hello everybody, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Jyoti and I make daily YouTube videos which support you in moving out of dysfunction into harmony, into healing, into peace, from low self-esteem, low self-confidence to higher levels of self-esteem and deeper levels of peace. I also have a website wherein I offer meditation, one-on-one session, high vibrational paintings that really increase the frequency of your life. Link is in my description. Today's video is about women who grew up in dysfunctional homes, and I was in two minds about this video, like if I should make it or not, but then I realized, I got the greater clarity that I'm going to be the person who is talking about everything: love, life, death, sex, drugs, and all these dysfunctional manipulative patterns that we participate in when it comes to relationship with other people, how we try to play on other people's low self-esteem, all these patterns, and we are all equally, because my career is not just to make videos, but it's much deeper. It's to support humanity in reestablishing the deeper level of connection, in support, in so that there is love and peace for both children and animals. Children are very innocent, and we grew up in such dysfunction that we have all these tactics and patterns that hurt, of course, each other. But on a grander level, it's destroying Mother Earth, it's destroying animals' life. Children are always stressed, because they are around adults who refuse to look at themselves, who are refusing to change their patterns. And they're constantly just saying this only happens, and or they are just in their ego, okay, who is she to tell me about anything? Who is he to tell me about anything? I know everything, and all this thing, they don't serve us. We all can learn from each other, and we all have some patterns that we need to look at. Everybody, every single person. And I've been doing my work very diligently, and I'm continuing to every single day. Before I show up here on in front of you guys, I write for 3 hours, journal, so that I can talk to God, so that God can purify me, so that I am not bringing my anything. It's just pure God channeling. So yeah, the ladies who grew up in dysfunctional home, I want to let you know, first of all, what is dysfunction? Dysfunction is the perspective and the belief that, you can kill an animal, eat it, and being okay with it. That's dysfunction. Nobody wants to register that, okay, that animal is being cut and it's being hurt, and it's okay to eat it. Dysfunction is it's okay, we are making fun of somebody, and being okay with it. It's just making fun of somebody. It's a different thing when it is done in a very healthy way, and when it is done with consent, like comedy shows and all. But otherwise, or constantly trying to belittle people, other humans, this is all dysfunction. But when it comes to family, the dysfunction that happens, our society is made up by families. 100 families in a city makes a society. So what is happening inside the family? If you grow up around father who's just supporting you so that he can have control over you, or his wife is completely isolated, no connection with any human being outside the family, then she's completely isolated and at the mercy of just her husband. And a husband is doing that because of his own insecurity. He's not confident enough. it's the dysfunction in families, that we have grown up. It's too much to even pen down sometimes. And then no one is practicing self-care. Everyone is blaming the, just because of that child, this happened, just because of that human, this happened. Anyway, specifically the girls who grew up in dysfunctional home, I know how hard it is, and how badly it affected our self-esteem, because we learned that to get love and father's attention, and to get our safety, and to make sure that we are being provided for, we have to please the father, we have to please other members of the family. That's what we have learned, and that's now we feel like, okay, we have to keep pleasing so that God can support us. Now God has become some abusive parental figure, because growing up our parents were the gods of our reality, right? They were providing us for us in our mind. So now we feel like God is same, if we are not pleasing God, and we are not crying in front of him for hours and hours, it will not provide for us, and all those things. And it's so sad, it's really sad, and then we develop this anxiety and like this worry, fear that we will not be provided for and taken care of for, you'll be left abandoned, because we have been left abandoned. The fear that you are feeling right now is not the fear, the present moment fear. It's the fear which is coming from the past, something that happened to you in the past, even when you might be like in your mother's womb, because when we are in our mother's belly, whatever she is feeling, we are feeling. And before we could even see the world, we felt the world, and we were feeling it in our mother's womb. So if she was not treated nicely, if she was being treated poorly, and constantly made fun of, constantly ignored, neglected, and didn't feel the proper care, you are going to feel all those sensation in your body, but that's another deeper level of work. I just want to right now stick to like the dysfunction, not go inside the womb, but just be here. The dysfunction that happened with you in the world, and then you like have these sensations alive, and you walk with these sensations. Imagine a magnet, whenever the magnet goes, it will attract towards it whatever it needs to magnetize, iron or whatever. So these sensation in our bodies act as a magnet towards attracting those things. So now if you have a lot of fear, I'm going to talk about my family's fear, which is alive in my lineage, is a fear around food, fear around people, fear around intimacy, and constant like, okay, everything is just gonna go away, like food is going to end, everything is going to end, and then we will not have anything, so that sensation. So because this pattern is alive, so anytime more and more situations just keep bringing this pattern. It's not like that it happened that we are left with nothing, but what happens is like more and more situations happen in life that will just bring up this fear, so if you have a lot of worry and fear, it's not like that certain thing that you are worried about or afraid about that will happen, or are being worried about, that thing will happen, but just more and more situation will happen that will just bring up this fear and worry to look at, until you just try to go down into it and heal it, at a deeper level. And one of the biggest way that I can tell you to heal all these things, these deeper levels of fears and anxiety, is knowing that God is taking care of me. Knowing that God is taking care of me. And you know what? You gotta be really solid in your self-care every single day. Every single day. You can't be backing out on self-care or sleeping on self-care. or be like, okay, I just received a message. So definitely this is a very important message for all of us, that don't be sleeping on your self-care. Don't be lazy when it comes to self-care, because when you start to put yourself first, women, magic happens. Keep your space clean, because when the space is clean, the angels come in a clean space. So and do all of this is without shaming yourself. I have, if you follow me on Instagram, I've been sharing from past 3-4 years my unhygienic pattern, how I was very unhygienic, very 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 unhygienic, wouldn't take shower for days, wouldn't clean, my undergarments were not in proper condition and all of that, very very dirty. But then I learned it, so I am just sharing this so that you do not shame yourself. We all have like something or the other, and we are all working towards it. No one is perfect. It just someone is has been little bit disciplined, and then now they are like at much higher level on the stairs, but they have also so much they also need to I think I'm about to have my periods in few days, and I am just stuttering a lot. What I'm saying is, they also have a very long way to go. Everybody has a very long way to go. When I was in my journey, I was learning from few mentors and they guided me. Now it's my time to step up and what I have learned to teach other people. So that's all. No comparison. Never compare yourself. Never shame yourself. You can never grow if you are shaming yourself. You can only grow when you are loving on yourself. It's your unique journey, and there is nothing you're going to miss out on that is for you. All right? So yeah, start to put yourself first, and the dysfunction that you went through, the abuse and being treated like a servant in your own family, being neglected, all this thing affected your self-esteem, all of our self-esteem, and in a way that we could not look beyond our bodies. We thought like, okay, our worth gets like, if I can sexually be attractive to somebody, and if I can give sex, then I can get everything. We could never look our value beyond our body and beyond our beauty. And beauty is amazing. I have another video in which I talk about beauty. Please go watch it. What is the name of that? Yeah, it's should clothes be, I will link the video down for you, okay? And I talk about the importance of beauty, how beauty and spirituality go hand in hand, and all, like, how beautiful it is that if when we make a meal, we beautify it. So beautifying our body is also very beautiful. But then we should not, it's not only this, we have so much more to offer, and our worth and our value and our confidence comes from much deeper place. It should come from our existence. It should come from God, that we are worthy of all the good things because we are existing. Our feelings matter. How we feel matters. Our no matter, our yes matter, because we exist. We don't have to do anything. This is a false idea and narrative that we have learned that we have to do to get to receive. Your value is in your existence, my gorgeous women. And the more and more and more women wakes up to this truth, we are going to make this world a better place for every woman and for every child, because men a lot of time gets their value by doing, and that's their natural nature. And of course there are different sexual orientation, like some men are very attracted to being in their feminine energy. That's okay, but today's video is specifically about women who connect more in their feminine, with their feminine energy. And right now as I'm recording this video, it's very masculine, because I am like doing YouTube and I'm like putting a lot of energy into it. That's masculine energy. But before this, I'm like doing like a lot of self-care, so that I can like otherwise, trust me, I don't even have the energy to do anything. My being does not let me move without self-care. Like self-care has become such a big priority, and it's like now I can't even say no to it. It's like my being is just guiding me like, this first, you first, your well-being first, your emotional well-being, your self-care. Drink lots and lots of water. Shit, my water bottle is there, I need to drink water. See, I'm also working on it. And exercising and putting good food into your body, learning about food. And if God is like, has blessed you with a pause, meaning like you right now you're not working and you're not, that money stress is not there for you, and you are being provided for in some other way, learn about food, what nourishes you, what color you like, and put yourself in those colors. Do all of those things, they will nourish you. It's not a waste of time. It's like it is very nourishing for your soul, and then you will be aligned and guided to what you're meant to give, how you're meant to give, how you're meant to nurture, and you will solidify this truth that you are worthy of because you are existing, you are worthy of being supported. You are existing the more you practice self-care. And never ever 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 never ever ever sell your body for love, for connection, because that's what you're wanting, love and connection, right? And you don't have to do that, because those decisions, I know in the past we all have made certain choices, but we were coming from a very wounded place. Now we are awakening to our own divinity, and now we have to let go of this idea. A man who wants you will want you because he wants to take care of you. I'll say this again. A man who wants you will want you because he, in his entire being, feels such a strong pull to take care of you, to provide for you, to keep you safe. Not because, oh my God, she's so sexy, so I'm going to be with her. That kind of man will just be there for a good time, and then when you really need it, you will not find him anywhere. And you want and you deserve and you should like only desire the deeper level of connection and intimacy, emotional fulfillment. And to get emotional fulfillment, it's super easy when in your body you realize that, okay, this is what I want. Universe, like, oh my God, is going to move mountains to make it happen for you. And it's coming from a personal experience. Lot of times I felt like, oh my God, how this thing is going to happen, how that thing is going to happen. I feel like I am not like supported enough and all of those things, but those things just work out. Magic. I got a dog, like, and I was never, it was not even in my list, and I was so stuck in my survival and my fears that I could not think beyond surviving, because I went through a lot of sexual trauma, abuse, mental, emotional, verbal, and I grew up around a lady who was like super abusive. Like, it just destroyed my mental capacity to do anything. And so my fear around being women and men, because men in my life were constantly belittling me, degrading me, like my uncle, my father, my siblings, and women were letting that happen. It's not like that women, it's not like that they came in and rescued me or stopped me, but they just kept letting it happen, and so I made it mean that women will not support me, and that fear is like but thankfully I've met like really wonderful women on when I started my YouTube and my Instagram. I met like amazing women. I know they're very supportive men and women out there, very supportive, very loving, very generous, very wonderful, incredible. So yeah, but then, so because I could not think beyond surviving, I was just constantly in survival, and I was ignoring my needs, my need for love and connection and physical touch, which just like how water nourishes the plant, a flower will grow because water is nourishing the plant, right? We will come into our health, better emotional health, when we are receiving adequate amount of physical touch, and when that is not that is missing from our life, we start to like what do we say, what do you call, in Hindi it is known as murjana, but in English I'm forgetting, what do you call, when flower just just suppose this is rose, and rose is going like this because it did not receive enough water. So just like that, when human beings does not receive enough physical touch, we just like starts to go like this, and lot of people are in the hospitals, they are getting sick because they are not receiving enough love and warmth and hugs and care. So and I was ignoring all that, and then universe just bought, and I started to do this emotional healing work on myself, inner child healing, journaling, and connecting to God, walking in nature, and then like I universe delivered a beautiful fur baby to me, and then I realized, okay, wow, what I was missing from my life, because I get to sleep with her, we get to cuddle and hug a lot, and earlier cuddling and hugging was like so I would be like this, because in our family there is no that touch is so shamed that even father and a child cannot hug, or like when a child is little. So my father was so ashamed of even touching me, so the dysfunction is so deep. So and then I developed like such ick towards it, and when it was something that I needed the most, they say that the thing that we are shaming a lot, it's something that we need to go towards. And because I was ignoring this need of mine, weird things would happen, like I was a match. It's like if there is a what do you say, this thing, yeah, if there is sugar all over your kitchen floor, it will attract ants, too many ants, because there was sugar, it gave the opportunity for ant to come and like take over your kitchen floor. And just like that, if there is a very ripe fruit in the kitchen and it is being kept for too long, then lot of bacteria will come, because there is an opportunity. These are opportunistic beings, they find opportunity and they start to attach themselves to you. So when we have needs, unmet needs, and because those are unmet needs, they can become a match to people who are in a very weird way. So that's why it's always good that you recognize your need and then you make them met. I saw 24/24, very important video. Also, I would like you to, if you don't know what you need because you're so disconnected from yourself, number one, you start to journal every single day 1 hour so that you can establish that connection, and then God can guide you. God will guide you to the right people that you need to listen to, right mentors, right books, or like some intuitive guidance that you will receive from your higher self. Very, very important that you start to re-establish that connection with yourself. Also, I have a guided meditation, Heal Your Life. Link is in my bio. In the description. Get it today, because get it right now. It's so powerful in helping you in establishing that connection with yourself. And when you have that sort of strong connection with yourself, and wow, you become like a magic, walking, talking magic. And that meditation will also support you in having healthy self-esteem, because when you are establishing that connection to yourself, you naturally would not entertain any thought, any perspective, any belief about you that tells you that you're less than, you're not worthy, and you can't do it, you can't have it, and all of those things. You will solid alignment. And yeah, another thing that is coming to my mind right now is that how, in order for a flower to grow or some vegetable to grow in a field, it needs everything, like sunlight, it needs water, it needs human care. So it's not only one thing that will nourish us, it's everything, like drinking water and right nutrients, and right form of exercising, right form of meditation, right form of therapy, right form of connection to God, and creativity. Everything together nourishes us, so prioritize your mental, emotional well-being a lot, and then make it a priority. Let God know that this is my priority, I want it, and then God will make a way for you. It always does, it's going to. But first you need to realize within, when you are not focused enough, and you are not assertive enough when it comes to your needs. And your needs, being assertive when it comes to your needs, makes you a healthy human. It does not make you a selfish human. It makes you a healthy human. I am sorry what happened to you in your childhood. I know it's frustrating. It gives you so much rage. It was you didn't deserve that. It was a very poor treatment, incredibly poor treatment, and you deserve better, and you're going to get better. Your frustrations are valid, and don't run towards forgiving those people, but run towards self-care, and because when you are making your life so much better and so much happier and emotionally fulfilling, forgiveness is the natural result of it. You will just naturally forgive, slowly. Don't be like, oh, I need to forgive. Don't be like that. Practice journaling, practice creativity, slowly these things, forgiveness and all these things, they are very far off topic. Don't even get into them right now. Let them come to you. They will come to you in right time, in a right way. It's like if you expect a baby to start climbing a mountain the day it's born, it's an abusive expectation from a child. So if you are just awakening to this dysfunction and you are just getting yourself out of it, so expecting yourself to forgive this day, it's really hard. And don't even expect that. it will slowly, of course, you will naturally want to let go of those resentments and everything. When you become consistent in your journaling, and when you consistently in the guidance of somebody, you will be guided. But right now, if you're receiving this message, then your self-care must be your priority. Subscribe. You cannot go from here before subscribing. All right, I love you.